Good afternoon, I'm Josh Stokes and this is your 3 o'clock bulletin. Our top story comes after the shooting in Las Vegas at the weekend left at least 59 people dead. I'm now joined by Amy Barnes, whose family members were just 15 minutes away from the music event as the attack happened. So Amy, what can you tell me about your experiences knowing your family were out there amongst it all?
Well, originally I didn't actually know that they were out of the country, but I woke up to see the news coming out of Las Vegas in the morning, and originally obviously very saddened by the whole thing, but didn't think much of it until I saw other members of my family starting to post on Facebook asking if they were alright, asking where they were, and it was actually a few hours before we heard anything back from them. We tried calling the hotel, but it was 2 a.m. over in Las Vegas, so everyone was asleep. It was out of hours. I think we also tried calling the helpline, but at the time, they had no real information because everything was just happening. So it was very, very nerve-wracking that no one could really tell us anything at the time. And the receptionists as well, they couldn't give out certain information as to what rooms people were in and things. So it was very, very nerve-wracking for a few hours there. Luckily, after a while we managed to get hold of them, and luckily they'd just slept through the entire thing and they are safe and well.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, and it's good to hear that they are safe and well. In other news, Theresa May has apologised to Conservative Party members after failing to secure the victory they had hoped for in June. She said, "I take responsibility. I led the campaign and I am sorry," claiming the campaign was too scripted and too presidential. She was speaking at the Conservative Party conference in Manchester this afternoon. Many independent businesses are struggling to compete with mainstream companies in Southampton. We sent out our reporter Katie Howard to speak to Gavin Reeman, co-owner of Southampton Comics. He spoke about his experiences of owning an independent business.
Have you had to expand or adapt how you sell things in order to survive?
What we try and do is every time somebody comes in and asks for something, if we don't have it, we try and get it for next time. And now that obviously sounds like an extremely tall order, but because of the nature of our business, sometimes it is quite possible. Fears for the future really are that you lovely people out there don't come and visit me anymore. I do worry about that, so I do try and keep my prices as low as possible.
Now that we're in the first week of October, it's the start of the ADHD Awareness Month. Southampton Solent student Anthony Ornger has ADHD and shared some advice about the condition.
If you suspect yourself, getting assessed is really, really important because there's so much research already done on ADHD and ways of overcoming it and really making a difference in people with ADHD's lives. Once you've got the assessment, it really, really helps because it gives you an idea of what things you can do to make your situation better, to organise your time better, what sort of support that you can get, and also it gives, for me, it made me understand myself a bit better because it had been so long growing up and knowing that I was different and knowing that the way that I behaved and felt and had energy was different to everyone else. It allowed me to go, oh right, well it was that all along, do you know what I mean? And then I can go, oh well, I was bad at tests, but I looked at ways to overcome that anxiety.
Twitter have increased the character limit for tweets from 140 to 180 characters. This has caused controversy amongst Twitter users. Opinions vary on the company's decision. We asked people how they felt about the increase.
I think it's better for the sense that a lot more people have the time to write down more characters, because some people want to voice their opinions but can't concise it into 140 characters, so I think it's a good thing.
I think it's just going to give people like Trump is just another reason to blab on about something completely useless.
The thing I liked about Twitter was how short it could be and how concise it was, so I preferred it when it was back to 140.
I think you can put up a lot more comments and a bit more story and also give it a bit more banter to each other.
That's all from us here for the day for our radio bulletins, but you can catch our final TV bulletin at 4 o'clock.